And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry High School in Elsberry, Missouri. And tonight we're going to see two games. There'll be separate broadcasts, but we're going to see two games. We're going to see first, coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to see the Van Far Lady Indians taking on the Elsberry High School Lady Indians. So, see, this is going to be the 4-7 Lady Indian, 4-7 Elsberry. I'm just going to have to say Elsberry versus the 2-4 Van Far team. So, both teams. Now, I don't know about Van Far. Elsberry just has not played up to their potential. These young ladies are better than what their record shows. I guess I can say that because I've seen them every game. And so, anyway, that's what we're going to see first. And then, after that, we are going to see the 1-10 Elsberry Indians versus the 10-1 Van Far Indians. So, the boys' team has had very little success this year. They did win a game the other night in the Clopton tournament. And just looking at the record here, it looks like Van Far has had a very successful season. And whenever I was writing their names down, some of their players, I remember them from last year, and they've got some very, very good players. But anyway, let's go ahead now. I said about a little over 8 minutes to go till this game starts. Let's go ahead and go over the rosters of these two teams. And get that out of the way. I'll give you the starting lineups as they are announced. So, playing tonight for the Van Far Lady Indians. Number 1, Aiden Brown. She's a freshman. Number 3, Annalyn Caldwell. She is a junior. Number 4, Taylor Hayes, freshman. Number 5, Aubrey Bungie. She is a senior. Number 10, Devin Keller, a sophomore. Number 12, Madeline Caldwell, a freshman. Number 21, Haley Baskett. She is a sophomore. Number 23, Michaela McAfee. She's a senior. Number 24, Panna Conaway. She is a junior. Number 35, Natalie Bybee. She is a freshman. And number 55, Mara Jensen. She's a freshman. I remember a lot of these names from softball. It's almost like I'm reading down the softball roster. The Van Far's ladies team is coached by Heather Minter and Dustin Aldridge. And so, that is the Van Far Lady Indians. Let's go now to the Elsberry Lady Indians. And that is number 2, Tanisha Henderson, otherwise known as Tiny. Number 4, Peyton Robinson, otherwise known as P-Rob. Number 5, Addison Steele. Number 10, Candace Dow. Number 11, Neosha Henderson. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 14, Abby Jenkins. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Plaster. Number 24, Lily Smith. Number 25, Samara Manuel. Number 31, Bella Mozzie. Number 32, Olivia Kinsler. Number 41, Alyssa Love. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. And coaches for the Elsberry Lady Indians is head coach Carrie Kochdow, assisted by Brittany Kochdow. So, like I was saying, these teams might be somewhat evenly matched. 2-4 team versus a 4-7 team. The Lady Indians coming off of a really tough loss the other night for the third place game of the Clopton tournament. And so let's see if they can bounce back on this one. So with a few minutes to go until the game starts, let's go ahead and take a little commercial break here.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back and we are about ready to do the national anthem, I believe. Okay, here we go with the national anthem. So let's take a break for that. Okay, that was the Elsberry High School Band. And now we're having the announcements for the starting lineups. Starting from Van Far. Number 3, Annalyn Colwell. Number 5, Aubrey Bungie. Number 10, Devin Keller. Number 24, Panna Conaway. And number 35, Natalie Bybee. Starting lineup for the Elsberry, or for the Van Far Lady Indians. And now for your Elsberry Lady Indians. Tiny Henderson, number 2. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney, starting the night. Kelsey Plaster. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. Okay, we have a fresh 8 minutes on the clock. Got my paperwork in front of me here. I think I got it set out to where I can write on it. And let's see who's going to be jumping. That is number 5, Aubrey Bungie. She'll be jumping for Van Far. Not sure who's going to jump for Elsberry. Probably Kelsey Plaster. That's who's walking to the center, Kelsey Plaster. And the ball is fought over but controlled by Elsberry. Tiny puts the ball up on a layup, does not get it. Tyra with the shot, no good. And on a rebound, that was Aubrey Bungie that got the rebound, but she fell over and was called for a travel. Ball into Tyra, then over to Tiny. Back to Kelsey, and she takes a three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Kylie Kinsler. Back out to Tanisha Henderson. Elsberry's had a lot of shots tonight, but so far they're not getting anything in the basket. Shots no good. Kinsler up for 2 points, no good. And Van Far finally gets the rebound, and they bring it up the floor. So here's their first chance at offense, and stolen right away. Stolen right away. And immediately a foul called on Van Far, number 10, Devin Keller. So Tanisha Henderson bringing it up. Gives it over to Kylie, gives it to Tyra, drives the baseline, back out. And Kylie's foot slipped, and she was called for traveling. 6:53 to go in the first quarter. There is no score yet. Van Far with the shot, no good. Now what do we have here? Foul against Van Far. That foul is on Annalyn Colwell. It's her first. So quickly, Van Far has 2 fouls on him. Ball stolen away by Devin Keller. And they could not get their shots to fall either from right underneath. Long pass ahead up to Kelsey Flaster, and she just took too many steps. Once again, this is not the NBA. And there we go already. Kylie Kinsler breaking up the passes. Van Far gets it up and stolen by McKenzie and given to Tiny. They get it over. Pass was behind everybody. So anyways, there's Tiny out here to set it up. Kylie Kinsler with a 15-foot shot, and it's good. 2-0 Elsberry. Another 2-point shot there for Van Far, and Kinsler's up. Kinsler's up with the rebound, and another foul called. Another foul called. That's on Panna Conaway. It's her first. So, Tanisha Henderson with the ball outside. Peyton Robinson in the game now. Dangerous pass into the middle. And that foul was on. Well, I don't know who it was on. There's a 3-point attempt for Tyra, and no good. So Van Far has the ball on the outside now. Scores 2-0. And Kylie Kinsler almost bangs her head. Trying to break up the pass. She went upside down over there. Looked at a three-pointer, and the shot is blocked by Mackenzie Gladney. I think they're going to call a foul on that. And they do. That's a foul on Mackenzie Gladney. It's her first. That's the first team foul for Elsberry tonight versus 4. First shot is good. Who is that on the line? I think it's 10. Sideways here to me. Second shot is good. We have a tied score at 2. And Tyra Henderson was called for traveling. And number 35, that is Natalie Bybee. She was called for traveling. She kind of took some stutter steps over there, kind of bouncing up and down. A lot of traveling called here tonight, early in this game. Tied score, 2-2. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Candace Dow with a 3-point, and it's in and out. Van Far brings it up fast. And there's a foul call on Mackenzie Gladney. It's her second. And here's Kelsey Flaster and Kylie Kinsler getting ready to go in. And the free throw is good for Aubrey Bungie. And with that, Van Far takes the lead 3-2. And that free throw was short. You can see that from here. It wasn't going to make it. All right, so Elsberry brings the ball up the court. Candace Dowell on the outside over to Tanisha Henderson. Gets it in to Kylie. Back out. Three-point attempt. No good. Three-point attempt for Tanisha Henderson. No good. Van Far with the rebound. And now we have a foul called on Aubrey Bungie. It's her first. Okay, I'm wrong. That's her second. I must have missed one along the line. Three-point attempt for Dowell, and it's good. That puts the score 5-3 Elsberry. And there's a foul called on Peyton Robinson. That would be her first. She fouled out in the last game. And that puts, who is that, 24 on the line, Panna Conaway. First shot is good. All four of their points tonight has been free throws. Second shot is good, and that ties the score at 5. Okay, and here's Dowell bringing it up. It's across the timeline. Three-point attempt, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds to Van Far. They just keep it on the outside. There's a 10-foot shot, and it's good. That was 24, Panna Conaway. That's the first field goal tonight for Van Far. They take the score 7-5. Take the lead. And there's another three-pointer for Candace Dowell. That makes the score 8-7. That's 2 3-pointers tonight for Dowell. And Tyra stole that one right out of the air. She gets it to Robinson. Another three-point attempt, no good. And Van Far up with the rebound. Elsberry taking a lot of three-point shots tonight. And that shot was blocked by Kylie Kinsler. It was Natalie Bybee tried to go up for a shot, and Kylie Kinsler said, nope, not going to happen. Long two-pointer, no good, and Abby Jenkins with the rebound. Gets it up the court to Peyton Robinson. Kylie Kinsler underneath. No good. Peyton Robinson was pushed over, no foul. And Van Far has the rebound. Another 20-foot shot, and it's good. .29 seconds to go. Score is 9-8. Van Far over Elsberry. And the ball stolen away by Van Far. 15 seconds to go. Once again, Kinsler in there to break up the play. 8.7 seconds. Van Far's ball on the sidelines. Three-point shot, no good. And that ball went out of bounds, and so 2.4 seconds to go. Elsberry has to get down to, she has to get down to the length of the court. So with .6 seconds left, Peyton Robinson was called for a double dribble. So with .6 seconds to go, Van Far has the ball on the sideline. And Peyton Robinson knocks that one out of the way. So we have completed 1/4 of this basketball game. And the score is Van Far 9, Elsberry 8. And so the scoring in this game so far has been Candace Dowell with 2 3-pointers and Kylie Kinzer with the 2-pointer. And Panna Conaway's got 4 or 6 points. She's got 2 field goals, and everything else is free throws for Van Far. So let's go ahead and take a commercial break here.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, we are ready to start this second half of the first half. Van Far with the ball and kind of fumbled around there, and there was some traveling right there. That was called on Natalie Bybee. Saw her slide her foot a little bit. So Dowell bringing it up the court. Peyton Robinson driving the baseline, gets it into Tyra, and the ball stolen away, and big scrum for the ball, and they're calling a jump ball on that. So on alternating possessions, that stays with Elsberry. And Tanisha Henderson back in now. 3-pointer for Kinsler, no good. And Van Far with the rebound and down the court. There's a 3-point attempt, no good. And Tyra Henderson coming down the floor with it. And threw the ball over the basket. Oh, boy. So anyway, here's Van Far coming down the floor again. And there was a double dribble on Devin Keller. A lot of travels and double dribbles tonight. So we have Tanisha bringing it up, gives it over to Dowell. They're playing at the high posts. Tried to get the ball into Kylie Kinsler. And now there's a jump ball, and that's going to go over to Van Farr. Full court pressure here for Elsberry. And that ball was on a bad pass. That ball was kicked by Elsberry. So it goes out of bounds to Van Farr. Kelsey Flaster in the game now. Now the ball fumbled around, and Tanisha Henderson came up with it. All right, now it's another jump ball because they lost control of it. Another jump ball and stays with Elsberry. Next jump ball goes to Van Farr. Kinsler with the ball, gets it out to Jenkins. All right, now that jump ball goes to Van Farr. Wow. Ten-foot shot, no good. And now here comes Tanisha down the court. And it does not go in. And a rebound shot does not go in. What does it take to hit a shot from underneath? Ball fumbled around, and shot was up from the baseline, and Kinsler gets that rebound. Gives it over to Tiny Henderson. 20-foot shot, no good, and Van Farr has the rebound. Shooting percentages tonight are horrendous. Ball stolen by Elsberry, almost stolen back again. Kinsler came up with it and guarded the ball quite well. Okay, Elsberry trying to get something set up. Get the ball in deep to Tyra. And she missed. And Van Farr with the rebound. And so 4:21 remaining in the first half. Score is still 9-8. Nobody has scored anything in this second quarter. And Van Farr calls a timeout.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back. 4:21 remaining in this first half. Score is Van Farr 9, Elsberry 8. 5 team fouls so far for Van Farr, 3 team fouls for Elsberry in this half. Kenzie Gladney has 2 of those, and she is not on the floor playing. Van Farr gets the ball in deep, fumbles it around, and Kelsey Flaster comes up with the ball, gets it to Tanisha. And Elsberry tried to get it in deep. And it was broken up, but it did go off of Elsberry. So back again, Van Far. And I didn't get the camera over there in time, but Van Far fumbled the ball. So Bellamazzi in the game now. Tyra Henderson tried to drive the baseline. And she drew a foul on Natalie Bybee. So they have the ball underneath. Once again, get the ball to Tyra, and she puts it up and in. That's the first 2 points for either team in this second quarter. Almost 5 minutes have been played without either team scoring. And Van Far throws the ball away. Elsberry with the ball, gets it into Tanisha Henderson. Bellamazzi with it, dribbling around, gets it into Kylie Kinsler, over to Tanisha, gets it in deep to Tyra. And that was another foul on Natalie Bybee. That's her second. Two real quick. That puts Tyra Henderson on the line for a 1-and-1. First shot is good. (11-9). That's the biggest lead either team has had tonight. 2 points. Shot was no good. And Van Far brings it up the floor. Ball was knocked out of the air by Tyra Henderson, but Elsberry gets it back again. Kelsey Flaster from right underneath, unopposed, nobody there, and she misses it. And Van Far gets the rebound. And now here's Tiny Steelers again. She can't hit the shot, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on number 10, Devin Keller. That's her second. Puts Tanisha Henderson on the line for 2 shots, I'm sure. First shot is no good. Second shot is up, and it rolls around the rim and goes out. And in the rebound, Van Far knocks it out of bounds, so it's Elsberry's ball. And they got it underneath the Bellamazzi, and she hit it. Van Far quickly up the floor, and now the ball rolling around, and Elsberry comes up with it. Bellamazzi with another 2 points from right underneath. Maybe they'll start hitting their shots from underneath now. And a little payback there from Van Far. Aiden Brown right under the basket, and she got the 2 points. She was all alone under there. Score is 15-11. There for a second, Elsberry had a 6-point lead. Down to a 4-point lead now. Cross-court pass broken up. And Van Far with the ball. 1 minute to go in the first half. And Tanisha Henderson she commits a foul. That is her first tonight. And Bella Mozzie steals the ball, gets it to Tiny Henderson, and she just brings it right back out again. 3-point attempt for Candace Dowell, and it's good. That's 3 3-pointers for Dowell tonight. All right, and that was number 24 going in. That is Panna Conaway. And she tried driving in. Kylie Kinsler said no, but while she said no, she drew a foul. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is no good, and Peyton Robinson with the rebound. Bella Mozzie took off and couldn't get the ball down before her feet was moving. Called for the travel. Full court press by Elsberry. Van Far got to it pretty well. Again, ball stolen by Tyra Henderson. Or it fell in her hands anyway. Not sure who broke up the pass. And with all of that, it is end of the first half. Score is 18-11. Elsberry over Van Far. Let's see. So let's just go with change this while I'm thinking of it. Change that to halftime. Maybe I can keep up with this thing tonight. So anyway, here we are at halftime. The score is 18-11. Elsberry over Van Far. And I am not going to sit here and say, wow, what a good game. No, actually it was not. There's so much going on that shouldn't have been going on. Neither team is hitting their shots very well. Shooting percentage is way down. Anyway, Candace Dowell, here's a bright spot right there. She has 9 points in 3-point shots. She has 3 3-pointers. Kylie Kinsler has 1 field goal for 2 points. Bella Mozzie has 2 field goals for 4 points. And Tyra Henderson has a field goal and 1 free throw. And let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 points add up. For free throw shooting, Elsberry didn't get to do much free throw shooting tonight. Tanisha Henderson had 1, and she missed it. And Tyra Henderson had 2 attempts and hit 1 of those. And for Van Far, they have Panna Conaway is by far the leading scorer for Van Far. She has 6 points. She's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Devin Keller is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Aubrey Bungie has 1 free throw, and Aiden Brown has a field goal. Mackenzie Gladney's the only Elsberry player with 2 fouls. Natalie Bybee, Devin Keller, and Aubrey Bungie each have 3 fouls for Van Far, so they're going to have to play just a little bit more careful. But Let's go ahead and take some commercials here while we're sitting here waiting. 7.5 minutes to go until the ball game resumes.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program And you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, here we are getting ready for the third quarter. And get a number 3 put in up here. Fresh 8 minutes on the clock. 16 more minutes of this ball game, regulation anyway. And Elsberry with the ball out of bounds. Ball, Elsberry trying to set something up. Tanisha Henderson gets it up underneath. There's a two-pointer for Tanisha Henderson. So Elsberry starts off the scoring in the second half. Makes the score 20-11. And Tanisha steals it again, puts it up and good. All right, little half-court pressure, maybe three-quarter court pressure. Right underneath to Van Far, and they couldn't get it to drop, and they got the rebound. All right, through all of that, it is Van Far's ball out of bounds in the corner. Ooh. Tyra Henderson tried to break that one up. She's kind of lucky she didn't get a foul called on her then. And after that shot, three-point attempt for Van Far, the ball went out of bounds, and it goes over to Elsberry. And Tanisha Henderson brings it up the floor. Gets it underneath to Kylie Kinsler, and she puts it up for 2 points. And Mackenzie Gladney stole the ball. Elsberry's come out on fire. They got the ball underneath to Kylie Kinsler for 2 more points. So Van Far with the ball again, coming down the floor. And Van Far took an extra step. So they were called for traveling. Right now, Van Far is a little shook up. Elsberry's come out very strong in this second half, and Van Far is showing some jitters. Peyton Robinson throwing it into Tanisha Henderson. Candace Dowell out on the high post. There's Peyton Robinson for three, and it bounces in. And Tanisha Henderson almost stole that. If she'd have been a half-inch taller, she would have stolen it. Right underneath, no good. Again, the shot's no good. Candace Dowell with the rebound, tries, and it's taken by Van Far. Stolen away by Tyra Henderson. I'm having a heck of a time keeping up with who has the ball. Okay, that was a foul on number 5, Aubrey Bungie. That is her third. So the ball gave the ball to Tanisha Henderson, and she drove for the basket, but got her feet going before the ball could hit the floor. All right, Van Far gets the ball across the line. Candace Dowell almost stole that one. There's a 20-foot shot. No good. Van Far does get the rebound. Tried to drive the baseline. And that foul is going to be on Tanisha Henderson, I believe. Yep, it is. That's her second foul of the night. Abby Jenkins getting ready to come in now. And they're not calling that a shooting foul, huh? Looked to me like she was shooting. Van Far tried to drive the baseline, wasn't there. So they kick it back out again to Devin Keller. There's a three-point shot, and rolls in and out. That was Panna Conaway. So Dowell with the rebound, and she brings it up the floor. Abby Jenkins for three, no good, and Van Far with the rebound. Looked at a three, wasn't there. A lot of three-point attempts being shot tonight. There's another one for Conaway, no good. And Candace Dowell has the rebound and brings it. And right underneath to Mackenzie Gladney. That's her first 2 points of the night. And that pass was just right to Peyton Robinson. Elsberry really looking good right now. Get the ball out, back out. Peyton Robinson drives the floor and gets the 2 points. She drove that baseline like she owned it. So, 3:01 remaining in the third quarter. Elsberry has jumped out like crazy in this third quarter. Really has Van Far stymied. Let's see if we can throw a commercial in here real quick.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders, committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, Van Far has the ball coming up the court. No pressure by Elsberry now. And there's a 25-foot shot. No good, and Jenkins with the rebound, but as she was fighting for the ball, she slid her feet around. Here comes Addison Steele into the game for Mackenzie Gladney. So Van Far's ball under the basket. And once again, Kylie Kinsler broke that one up. And it turned into a jump ball, and on alternating possessions, it stays with Van Far. And Peyton Robinson stole that ball away, and she's heading for the basket. And she has her 2 points. Van Far back with the ball again. "20-foot shot, no good, and Kinsler snagged that one out of the air. She jumped about 30 feet in the air, I think. She was really stretched out there. Peyton Robinson looking at a three, decides to drive the baseline and holds that up. And there was three for Candace Dow, and I think she might have sprained. She's got a little pained look on her face. She was kind of dragging her ankle a little bit. Yeah, she's looking at her right ankle. Anyway, 1:47 to go in the third quarter. The score is 35-11. Elsberry over Van Far. Van Far has not scored yet in this quarter. Elsberry's got 17 points. So Van Far. Peyton Robinson broke that up, and it went off of Van Far. So Kylie Kinsler is going to throw it in to Tanisha Henderson. And there was Kylie Kinsler right underneath, and she hit it. See what happens whenever you can hit your shots from underneath? You get points. "15-foot shot, no good. Van Far with the rebound. And Tyra Henderson pulled that one out of the air. It was just... And that pass from Tyra to Tanisha went right through Tanisha's hands. So Van Far with the ball again. 57.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Score is 37-11. Van Far looking try to get it in, and there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Kylie Kinsler. She is reaching over the back. And it was. That's her second of the night. Van Far with the ball on the baseline, takes it up, no good, and Peyton Robinson with the rebound. And she brings it up the floor. Gets it over to, that's Addison Steele in there. "20 seconds. Ball stolen away by Devin Keller. And the shot was no good. Van Far they can't hit their shots from underneath either. Now the ball thrown away by Tiny Henderson. All right, these girls got a nice lead. They came out and have been playing quite well. They don't want to get sloppy. 3.7 seconds remaining. Time starts now. And that shot's not going to be any good. So at the end of 3, the score is now 37 for Elsberry and 11 for Van Far. Van Far did not score in that frame. So we go into the fourth quarter with a 26-point differential. Let's throw another commercial in here real quick.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, they get the ball in deep to Peyton Robinson. She missed from underneath, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Madeline Caldwell. First shot is no good for Peyton. Second free throw is up, and it is in. Van Far with the ball coming up the court, and they kind of fumbled it around, but they managed to maintain control of it, sort of. And there's a three-point attempt there, was good for Devin Keller. And timeout for Van Far. So let's just keep it here for now. That was Van Far's first points of the second half. They didn't score any in the third quarter. Now early in the fourth quarter, they score a three-pointer. They score 38-14, so a 24-point differential. Elsberry came out on fire in the third quarter. I mean, absolutely on fire. And they outscored, let's see, what was it, 19 points? Yeah, 19 points to 0 points. So Elsberry with the ball bringing it up the floor. Tanisha Henderson has it. And Kylie Kinsler picked up the ball. There's a shot for Addison Steele, no good. And Van Far with the rebound. Three-point shot, no good. And Kinsler had to rebound. It was taken away from her. And see, they're calling a foul there. They called a foul on Tiny. He jumped in there. So Van Far's ball underneath. right underneath for Van Far. Couldn't get it. The second shot would not go in, and Bellamazzi took it away. And now she had it taken away from her. And it's out of bounds off of her. Stays with Van Far. Long two-point attempt. Kinsler up with that rebound, and she said, nobody's getting away from me. All right, they keep it around the outside. Kinsler's going to drive in now. Puts it up and no good. And Van Far with the rebound. And once again, Kinsler in front of that pass. I swear, I've never seen anybody that can get in front of a basketball pass as quick as she can. And there was let's see, that was Panna Conaway trying to drive the baseline. And she ran into Kylie Kinsler, but Kinsler was moving, so the foul was on her. That's her third, and she comes out of the game. 3-point attempt for Conaway. Once again, the pass is too far. Okay, Elsberry does not look all that great here in the fourth quarter. It's a good thing they did what they did in the third quarter. Fortunately for them, Van Far is not hitting their shots either. And Olivia Kinsler in there blocked that shot, stuffed it right back down in her face. Candace Dow with the ball. She puts it up, and it's in. That's her first basket tonight that wasn't a three-pointer. Score is 40-14. Okay, ball was stolen away. Olivia Kinsler and Bellamazzi were in on that. It wasn't actually stolen. It was a jump ball. And alternating possessions gives it to Van Far. They get it in deep, puts the ball up. Who is this? That foul is on Olivia Kinsler. That's her first. That'll be a shooting foul. First shot is up and no good. Who is that on the line? That is number 5, Aubrey Bungie. Or is that a 9? Second shot is good. There is no number 9, so I guess it can't be number 9. Get the ball in deep to Tyra Henderson. Nice little play there for Bellamazzi, and she took it in for 2 points. Stolen away by Tyra Henderson. Just take it in slow now. There you go. 2 points, and she draws a foul. That foul was on Madeline Caldwell. It's her second. And puts Tyra Henderson on the line with 1 shot. And it bounces off the rim. No good. Bellamazzi up with that rebound, and she draws a foul. Foul was on Annalyn Colwell. It's her second. Puts Bellamazzi on the line. First one is good. Second one missed everything. All right, Van Far's ball, bringing it up 4:10 remaining in this ball game. And Van Far throws it away. Bellamazzi gets it in to Candace Dow. Obviously her ankle is fine now. And timeout called by Elsberry. Again, 3 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. 45-15, 30-point differential. Let's try to throw another commercial in here real quick.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Okay, 3:44 remaining in this ball game. Score is 45-15, Elsberry over Van Far. 5 team fouls for Elsberry, 4 team fouls for Van Far. Peyton Robinson with the ball now. Gives it out to Bellamazzi on the point. She gives it over to Candace Dow, who's normally out on the point. Tried to get it underneath to Dow. And a jump ball is called, and it stays with Elsberry. They get the ball in to Kelsey Plaster. Bellamazzi drives in and gets the 2 points. That young lady is not afraid to drive in. Long 2-pointer, and it's good for number 10, Devin Keller. Kelsey Plaster had the ball and then lost control of it as she was driving up on the left side of the basket. So Van Far bringing the ball up. Three-point attempt, and it's good. That is Devin Keller with another three-pointer tonight. Peyton Robinson takes it right to the basket, and it's good. Two minutes remaining in this ball game. Three-point attempt, no good, and Flaster with the rebound. Gives it over to Dow, and she brings it up the floor. Peyton Robinson from way out was looking at the basket, decided to give it over to Dowell. Back to Robinson. Over to Olivia Kinsler. Yeah. And no good. Van Far the ball, a little over a minute to go. That ball given right to Olivia Kinsler. And timeout called. Timeout called by Elsberry. And they're putting in some players that don't normally see a whole lot of playing time. At least not yet. They'll their next year's and the year after's crop. Abby Jenkins is in there. She gets some playing time. Kelsey Flasher gets a lot of playing time. Olivia Kinsler's in there. Alyssa Love and Lily Smith is in there. Blaster with the ball over to Smith. Jenkins with a long two-pointer, and it's no good. Smith with the rebound, back out to Blaster. Over to Jenkins. 34 seconds. Jenkins driving the baseline and knocked the ball off of her foot, and Van Far takes over with 29.3 seconds to go. Score is 49-20. Three-point attempt, no good. And Jenkins up with the rebound. Blaster with the three-point attempt, and it's good. 3 seconds. Shot was no good for Panaconaway. And a final score, 52-20. Elsberry defeated Van Far. And so that's the second half. You know, I said something about neither team playing very well the first half. Well, the second half, third quarter especially, Elsberry came out there on fire. Fourth quarter, they kind of backed it up a little bit, but they were on fire in that third quarter and went from an 18-11 lead to a 37-11 at the end of the third quarter. And they only allowed 9 points for Van Far in the entire second half. And of course, they only allowed 11 points in the first half, so I guess that's about even. But anyway, scoring tonight for Elsberry. Tanisha Henderson ended the game with 3 fouls and 4 points. Peyton Robinson had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points and 1 foul. Candace Dowell didn't have any fouls. She had 11 points. Kylie Kinsler had 8 points and 3 fouls. Mackenzie Gladney had 2 fouls and 2 points. Kelsey Flaster had a 3-pointer and no fouls. Bella Mawsey had 6, 8, 9 points and no fouls. And Tyra Henderson had 5 points with no fouls. Tyra Henderson was 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Bella Mawsey was 1 for 2. And Peyton Robinson was 1 for 1. Scoring tonight for Van Far was Panaconaway had 6 points. Devin Keller had 8, 9, 10 points. And Aubrey Bungie had 2 points, and Aiden Brown had 2 points. And they were perfect in the first half for free throws, but they finished tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 10. They were 6 for 10 from the free throw line tonight. So anyway, that makes the Elsberry Lady Indians 5-7 on the year, and Van Far Lady Indians go to 2-5. So let's go ahead and back out of this broadcast, and going to shut this one down and start up the next broadcast for the boys game, the Elsberry Indians boys game, and that will be coming up next. They're showing 13 and a half minutes to go on the clock till we start that game, so I'll be back in just a very few minutes. But for this game, saying good night from the girls game here at Elsberry, and until the boys game starts, this is Kenny Masterson for the Indian Sports Network. Good night.